a little insight to the Nutnfancy home defense plan. 4th gen Glock 17. OLIGHT Baldr Pro weapon light. One of our favorites. Rechargeable, super bright. Let's see what the load I have is. Looks like 115 grain standard pressure. That might be Remington. Decent load. And since I hit what I shoot at, it's adequate. This is a multi-tool review. What do you know? Multi-tools in the project. Tactical Doodle is here, by the way.
An affordable multi-tool.
Amazingly affordable. Yeah. I mean, amazingly. At first blush, you look at that and you go, charge? Wave?
Yeah, it's similar.
Similar, but in a lot of ways pretty different. For instance, it's ventilated. They did that for whatever reason.
Probably weight savings, but I think they could have carved out quite a bit more.
Yeah, it's 11.4 ounces, so that will put it in the HDMT category.
Yeah. Look
that up if you don't know what that means. It's named the what?
I assume the Bibury or something.
Bibury. The name may change, and it comes in different colors. This is, of course, made in China. But I'll tell you what, we're pretty impressed with the quality, right?
Yeah.
Pretty impressed. There's the back of the box. We'll do a quick step through on the MT, let you know if it's worthwhile. What do you think about its looks?
Does look pretty cool, and I like that they didn't do that weird Leatherman, like, what's that leather pattern, you know, where they emboss it in, and it's, because the Charge has that, the granulated.
Oh yeah, it's just like a little texturing. It's a cast texturing on their titanium handles. I don't mind that.
Looks like a cast iron pan.
Yeah, I love the looks of it. It looks very purposeful. There's your measuring device right here. Do you ever use these on your multi-tools, Tactical Doodle?
I've used them on the Swiss tool, but that's the only one that's accurate enough.
I have used them on occasion. I will be honest, it's very rare that I do so. Now, the downside is, I think that should have probably been
on the other side.
Yeah, maybe. But I mean, you got tool access on this side, so it's kind of blocking it. So you're probably just going to use it right here. So you have millimeters and inches.
The Swiss
focus.
Because you can bend them both out, and then you have essentially a 12-inch ruler.
That's what I was thinking of, is a Swiss tool.
Yeah, this doesn't have that.
So the heart and soul of this is the plier head. I will say we have not tested it because we want to get this review out before it goes bye-bye.
Yeah.
But looking at it and looking at the overall quality, I'm very impressed. Are you?
I'm amazed at how much they managed to pack in at this price point.
Hardened steel cutters and easily replaceable. Get this, show them the replacements that are included that you never get with Leatherman ever or any other multi-tool. Replacement cutters?
In the package, ready to go.
For a $40 multi-tool? Holy cow, that is amazing.
That lops the legs off of one of those complaints when you go to like a no-name Chinese brand because you go, well, what about parts? How am I going to sustain it?
Right.
Dude, you already got some parts with it.
Agree. And I've tested multi-tools through the years, and I've ruined the cutter heads, including Leatherman.
Yep.
And so I go, well, maybe I can source some cutter heads, maybe I can't. Generally, it's very hard to do. Anyways, they're included. Really nice plier head. What were we saying?
That's another like $5 to $20 in parts right there.
True.
Because in order to get those, you're going to have to source them from some weirdo place. They'll send them
that's
out.
if they fit. So I think just having a replacement set, that's the life of the tool right there for most folks. If you're doing more heavy-duty nail or wire cutting, use the proper tool, says Nutnfancy. Overall, the preciseness of the head looks pretty good. I don't know if that's focusing very well.
It could be a bit sharper.
I think it closes pretty good at the tip. There's some error right here. Dang it. Come on now. Let's do this. That'll help. There you go. You can see it better there. Yeah, you see the error there, but the tip closes.
Yeah.
You have some serrations right here, just like a plier head. I'm pretty impressed with it overall.
It's a good balance between being sharp and still being strong enough.
Strong enough. Okay, so that's a heart and soul. And then show them the driver bit, dude.
Dude, this
is happening. Not two-dimensional, as I call it, always. That is a standard driver bit, bro. Deep enough to hold it pretty securely, too, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just friction
only. It
only?
relies on that stud sticking out and adding a little bit of
show them this. That's what comes with it. So you have double-sided driver head options.
And I think they're labeled, aren't they?
Not two-dimensional, which is interesting. Really interesting, because Leatherman goes with the more compact two-dimensional form. This is, again, just regular bits. So any bits you have around the house, you probably have a selection of them. You could swap these out and carry them with you. Like if you're doing gun maintenance or something like that.
Yeah.
That's a win.
Cool.
That is pretty cool.
Included, as opposed to having to source the silly little flat bits.
Yep. Locking, of course, the locking mechanism seems extremely sturdy. That's metal, not plastic. We've seen some plastic on other MTs. This is probably MIM'd, this part right here, but who cares? It'll be adequately strong. Then we go to this side on the interior of the, I'm going to call it the Bro.
Okay.
The Bibury. Sympathetic deployment, kind of. In other words, when you pull one out, others will come out, but this is fully adjustable with a micro Torx. Do you like that?
Yeah.
I do too. There's your awl. You could sew, punch holes with that. I love an awl. Really impressive. Big flat blade, small flat blade. Let's see how that small one is ground. Sometimes this is an issue because they're ground very obtusely. This one's actually pretty good. God, my hands are ugly. This is why I wear gloves. Really nice. I like that. I wouldn't change anything about it. And I know you love that can opener and supposed wire stripper.
The bill shape just drives me crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's because you like the Victorinox.
Yeah. The Victorinox where you roll forward as opposed to pull. It's just faster. But I'm a lot more practiced with it.
Agree. These are pretty stiff. Bringing out, again, you could adjust it if you wanted to. Here's a look on the interior. Look at the quality. Do you see any plastic?
They even give you an Allen tool with the pack, so you can adjust it however you like.
True. And then that's the interior of the tool. So we have most of the things we like. We'll fold it up, then go to the exterior on this actually HDMT review. That is very Leatherman-ish. So they basically copied the blade there. I don't know the steel, and it doesn't say. I would probably surmise either 8CR 13 MOV or 420. Not sure. Did you find the steel choice on this?
It says it's 3CR 13.
Oh, it's 3CR. Okay.
And then the knife itself is 7CR 17.
Gotcha. Edge on that is weak. Ain't gonna lie, it's weak. It needs to be touched up. But I love that it's not a serrated blade. I love that it locks. Getting its inspiration probably from other multi-tools. What do you have to say about that?
I like it. I haven't really wailed on the blade yet. Only used it once and it did all right.
If this video gets 50,000 views, we'll go out and thrash on this thing.
That'd be kind of fun.
There's your skizzers, and a problem here. The spring doesn't stay up, so you kind of got that right there.
Yeah.
It'll pop down. Let me see if I can lock it in there. It should be a better notch in there to hold it, I think. But the scissors themselves are very un-Leatherman-like in that they are much bigger.
Yeah, you got a lot of leverage on this lever here, which is nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Unlike
those
the
are
others,
real
where
scissors.
They give you that little tiny bill to press on. You can see where that...
Another departure from Leatherman. The scissors, other than the spring situation there, blows away Leatherman. And this is super cool. I love this. Check this out. A replaceable tool right here. So you can easily swap this out. This one is a file. It's diamond-sided on one side. Notice that it's also grooved here. So it has file on the bottom. So you can actually groove with it is what I'm trying to say. Then standard file right here. I would say it is medium in its abrasion capability. Right here. You lift that right there. You pop this out. And then you have a jigsaw blade that goes in. How cool is that? I don't think I've ever seen a multi-tool that does that. And here we have a Chinese multi-tool getting it done.
And you get spare freaking blades.
Yeah, so these come with it. And you can put in probably a lot of different blades in there. I didn't really try a jigsaw blade, but it looks like it would fit. Now, if you don't like the Chinese origin of this multi-tool and you love Leatherman, like we do, by the way, I'll put some links to the real Leathermans down there. Just note they have gone up, way up in price.
It blew me away when I saw it last. You're coming up on $200 for like stuff that used to be half
like
cab.
a Leatherman Charge Pros, like around 2-ish, 185
wild.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Here's the holster that the Bro comes with. It's low quality nylon, no big surprise. I do love this though. The plastic belt retention, that's way better than what we normally get, and it's riveted on.
You can clip it.
That's where your blades will store, and then these store right here on the front, right?
Yep.
Okay. Downside is you don't have a clip for the tool itself. I will say I rarely use the clip because when I get an HDMT, it's just too heavy to carry.
I do suspect that they're able to use some other brands of clips, just because it used that same little Torx and bolt it right on.
It's a win. How about you? I think it's a total win.
The price right now, it's like 30% off. It's a smoking deal.
Smoking deal.
Even at its regular price, not too shabby.
So this is a good multi-tool to integrate into your kits. Albeit it's heavy.
Yeah.
And you need to count that for whatever your kit is. So in a BOK, I think it's probably too heavy unless it's replacing some other tools. The capabilities from what I see are pretty legit. It's a great burner MT. There's your title, by the way. So great job on the Bibury. We're calling it the Bro. What do you think about my Tomica Town Ace hamburger car, by the way?
It's cute.
Yeah, that's cool. Little hamburger action.
Do you think people
on the table
remember the Weinermobile?
Oh yeah,
that's
it's
like
famous. I think even your generation knows that. And here's another Caterpillar excavator. This is, as you can see, the 365 CL. Do you care about the specs? Not really, Nutnfancy. Cool, here they are.
4-cylinder Isuzu motor, 148.
Most of them have 6-cylinder Isuzu diesel motors. Most of them are turbocharged. 145,000 pounds, 404 horsepower, 5-yard bucket. That's pretty big. 59,000 pound dig force, 211 gallon tank, a whopping 2.6 miles an hour this thing drives.
It's pretty cool.
If you have one of these, please don't donate it to me. I have no purpose for this whatsoever.
Could you imagine having
big surprise actually, because I like them mostly. What?
Like if you won it on The Price is Right and you had to rent it out, how would you even?
This is a mining. This is a mining excavator, so it's meant for mining operations.
Do they like buy it in kits and then assemble it on site?
Yes. I'm not so sure about the 365, but the biggest excavators and haul trucks are assembled on site. They are brought in on rail car, then they're transferred to lowboys, brought to the site, and they're assembled by Caterpillar technicians. Cool. This one might be as well. This one isn't that huge though. You can see the dude in it. This is a 1/50th scale, so it's a medium-sized front dig excavator. And we're done, boys. Multi-tool, highly recommended. Come see us again real soon. Thanks to the donors, TNP Donors Rule. Remember that he also has a Patreon page if you want to support his content and his wacky sense of humor. You know where to find him, right below. See ya.
Buddy.